Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermind. I'm your host of the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, creatives, and musicians. We're also brought to you by the sales of The Simple Sword. Whoop, it's down here somewhere. Big Stumpy Robots. And a few other books, all available on the Nicholas Tockert store up on Amazon. Friends, I'm going to get right into it. First and foremost, happy Friday the 13th. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. We are officially into spooky season when I am granted access to the early bonus Halloween. Can't really complain about that. And it seems that someone played a trick on me because we are set, oddly enough, to stream to the Joe Bachman Facebook and a few others that I know I didn't set up because I never set up more than 4 streams. So I'm assuming that somebody was setting up for the wrong show and having too many cooks in the kitchen made for a bit of a prank. That's okay. We will sort it out. Please remember, all the cool kids are over on the Nicholas Tockert YouTube channel. Now, let's get into some accountability and shenanigans before today gets any more interesting. First off, I got a little bit more written on Haints and Hellfire. 2, that is. I also had the odd and glorious experience of my hyperfocus getting me where I was in the process of writing up the notes for my next Nick Knows Nerf, pardon me, and found, dear viewers, myself 555 words into a complete breakdown manifesto for how to make the perfect Nerf gun. Or we'll say foam blaster. I'm in the process of writing down what each of the major companies does best, what features all of them seem to get modded to do, and how to address that. So if we could, my theory being, if I could simply take all the features everyone wants, put them into one description of one Nerf gun, perhaps one or more of the lovely companies will get off their derrieres and actually make it. Each of them is getting painfully close from their respective positions, but each one seems to be missing a trait or two. So it seems to me the simplest way to address this, my dear friends, is to address it. So I will write on this until it is done. I guess my brain's like, I want some nonfiction and not quite sorty nonfiction. I do like to keep the divergence in my neurodivergence. So that was something that started getting cranked out tonight. I expect it to be going on for the foreseeable future. Just my mind wanted to run and play somewhere else. And I'm a firm believer in if my mind wants to go play, let it play. See what it brings home. Yesterday was one of those days. It was a very nice day. It was a very pleasant day, but it was one of those days I started doing some of the lawn work, and I was weed whacking with a literal weed whacker, as a mechanical device one swings to knock down the weeds, because it's actually faster than fighting the electric weed whackers for me some days. And of course, I woke up this morning with my lower back saying that really was supposed to be on a longer handle. So, little delay in getting set up. I am also streaming to, like I said, I noticed I am streaming to Joe Bachman's Facebook channel. I'm not sure how all that happened. I do make a lot of errors in my setup as part of my charm, but that's a new one. Now, it is Friday the 13th, which is customarily an unlucky day for a lot of people. I prefer to get a lotto ticket on Friday the 13th because it's almost always a very Nick inverse luck day. For it's as if though the Nick field is perpendicularly calibrated to everyone else, so that when everyone else is knocked completely 90 degrees off plumb, I fall into line and so instead of dreading or fearing Friday the 13th, I take it as bonus Halloween. It gives me a chance to break out a little early my new Halloween shirt. Check this out. Look at this wonderful shirt. Is this not just amazing? Yes, I love it. I am very pleased with it. It doesn't, couple well with the tucked into the sweats, but we can make it work for now, and it is quite nice. Little cardigan. Now, because tonight is Friday, I will be streaming on the Historical Fencing Guild and talking. We might get, because it's Friday the 13th, we might get into serial killer defense. And how do you deal with these lumbering, unkillable serial killers? Because when you have somebody like Mr. Voorhees or Mr. Myers, they don't tend to die as they should. Now, that should make for a good program base, and I'm hoping to stay there. We'll see how the day and the inspiration falls. Other than that, I did render up Sheila's Revenge. Sheila's Revenge being the custom unit I designed for Amanda. My original playtesters are all getting a custom something put in. My, who's coming in through these secret background messages? I could interrupt my program, but let's see. I would like to see, because you never know. And it appears to be Drek. Possibly full-on drivel. Oh, and a bit of insider news I will need to check later, because oh my. If they are building what I want, what it looks like they're building, I may have to put some money aside. We shall see. That's the nice thing about being on some of the venues I am on. I'm also looking into StreamYard alternatives because there may be some pricing changes. I did not realize that putting that up on Twitter as a, hey, what do you guys recommend scenario, because StreamYard has raised their prices, would open up a full-on streamer war. I feel a bit like Jack D'Arcy right now. Jack D'Arcy. Anyway, Not trying to start the next megacorp war, but if it happens, it happens. It can't help it, friends. Now, the mornings are cooler, the evenings are cooler, and I am finally post the supreme wind up and wind down of StompCon. Hold on. I know you guys. StompCon. That I can get to back to a reasonable sleep pattern. So I'm excited about that. It's not there yet, but I'm at least building back up from only 4 hours a night. So we're getting there, getting back where I should be. Yes, I know that's not good for me. Yes, I know I shouldn't. But that happens sometimes. So I'll be making up for it. I mean, I don't look fully undead, but perhaps touched by the undeath. And we shall see how that functions for me. But we're still getting on. We're still getting things done. And for those of us who are on the prescribed weekend goodness, this is the kind of day where things get done. I have a lot of plans for myself this weekend. The possibility of getting back online with some tasks that had to be put off for health reasons, catching back up with everything that got neglected over the con prep, and a few other things that I need not share. Even I am allowed the odd bit of secrecy and elusiveness. So that is basically what was up to this lovely Thursday. Aside from, hanging out with Xander, getting a nap. I got a nap. It was beautiful. And apparently starting a Nerf manifesto. I don't know. But we shall see. Now, beyond that, friends, let's talk about this. I'm going to give you some extra information today. Today, and especially tonight, if you are of the teenage unmarried breed, please do not go necking. Please avoid dark, isolated places where no one can hear you scream. Camps that have crystal in the name. It's not quite Halloween, but it is getting close. So if you're anywhere near the actual or fictional Haddonfield, Illinois, you may or may not want to be a little extra careful there, especially if your last name is Strode. We are getting a jump start on the spooky season here, and I am just absolutely for it. For people who are inquiring about Elvira, because people inquire, Elvira is hanging out with Lydia for now, amid the chaos that is my study. Beyond that, let's hit the chat after a message from our good friend Joe, and we'll see what you guys are up to. So, with that, we're just going to say, see you in a minute and a half. Well, it looks like in a bit of interesting hobby news, this is more of a Nick Knows Nerf thing, but it does intrigue me. The upcoming Ace of Spades Bungie collaboration blaster decals appear to be based on an uncredited fan artist's work rather than official work. Friends, sign your work. It's whoo! Somebody at Hasbro made a faux pas, and that is the kind of stuff I find just juicy. Give me that industry gossip. Now, let's see what's going on in the chat today. First through the door is good morning from Trey. Good morning, Trelena, my dear. How are you? And we've got morning from Alec. Hi, Alec. Homework, then rock on. Okay, Alec, how goes? Well, it's going. Found out we're suddenly missing 300 gallons of water, so that means a broken pipe in your yard. So, not so fun stuff going. Well, that's not at all excellent, Alec. That's a very nice body of water to soak in. Oh my gosh, I'm insane. But let's see. But I hope you're doing well. I'm just going with the flow. It is one really going with the flow. You're doing that pun with your current situation. Oh, I need to trim down a bit. Alec, I'm so proud. It is. Got an event tomorrow at the park that I can figure out fun single projects instead of mass production. Woohoo! That is okay. And Trey is going to be in comments only mode. Unfortunately, it's really loud on site, so I'll have to do listening mode on the rewatch. That's okay, Trey. We love you. Hey, Trey and Alec, hugs to both of you. And hey, Donna. And good morning, Carl. Glad to hear it. Hey, Carl. Donna. Okay, we've got lots of greetings. Hey, Thesis. And I do want to remind folks, I have no idea how and why my broadcasting was all scattered. I think, like I said, I think one of the other cooks in the kitchen was setting something up and they set it up on the wrong channel. So, Thesis, I'd be sure to check your stuff a little later to make sure that your stream is going where you want it to. Hey, Thesis. Hey, Witzman Dude Thesis. How's that flagger doing today, Trey? No flagger today, just Stone doing weird things. Yeah, Luke usually is doing weird things. Shout out to Luke Stone. I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Last night's Stupid O'Clock main topic was StreamYard price increase, while on Last Man Standing, Witzman Dude was mentioned a lot. I need to stay up later to defend myself. I went to bed at a reasonable hour and missed both of those. Well, I'm sorry I missed that. My net was garbage until after the show was over. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to host a Muncie event in late September to celebrate 13 years of playing the game. That sounds great. Sorry to hear that, Thesis. I didn't watch it until this morning. And morning, here comes the dawn, shooby-dooby. And remember that Dawn is the creator of Dawn's fashionable felines. Pause for her squeeing. I'm still rather proud of those pictures. I am actually rather proud of those pictures. But good morning, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, morning, Dawn. 13 years of Muncie and 6 years of being a non-productive member of society. Rock on! Where am I at of late? Because I have to figure out when I left the library, because I haven't worked since then out of the home, and since I'm CEO of White Boot Arms and Artistry, assuming there isn't a cataclysmic change in my life, I don't intend to go back. Dawn, hey, Dawn. And I'm sure that has nothing to do with my physical condition. Lamau, Carl. I am missing prime chainsaw time this morning just to be in here. You know what, Carl? Believe it or not, so am I. I have some substantial yard work to be doing, and I had planned to do it while it was cool, which now I won't be able to because I am here doing this. I don't regret it, though. You guys are good for the soul, good for the spirit, and good for getting things going. And Charcoal says, stop typing and chuck my chin. Oh, my. Morning, Foxy. Greetings. And everyone say hi to Foxy. Foxy says, I'm doing my morning. Are my glasses dirty or is that eye goober test LOL? The answer was yes. Oh, dear Lord. I forgot my glasses are always dirty. Oh, that's a healthy sound. Shouldn't hear that when you go to wipe your glasses. No one. I've been lately playing Is That in the Air or is that one of my floaties acting up? And meanwhile, in stately Woodsman manner, Uncle Carl needs to get Aunt Donna more coffee. Be back in a bit. No. Glasses. Why are you streaming this morning to my channel? As I said, apparently there was a glitch. I've taken it down and deleted it so you won't have any weirdness on your channel. I don't know why that's being a thing. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Yes, please. We're trying to get the messages out because I want to talk about some amazing authors and artists and creatives and just folks who need more attention on their work. Folks like, but not limited to... City Koepp's an amazing lady, and I like to promote her stuff whenever I can. And where are we? Yes. Be nice, Foxy. Being able to read the chat helps. It truly does. Breakfast clock. That's not Kolachki's. Very sounds good. That sounds good, though, Dave. And good morning, Houston, Texas, Dave. How are things in Houston? It has been many, many years since I've been to Houston, Texas. And Trey says, morning, Nick. Morning, Xander. Okay, he's not up yet. And, oh, you are. Trey says, good morning.
Hi.
He says, hi. Hey, Dave. And, morning, Dave. Yes, please. Morning. Those sound delightful. Yikes, Nick in full throat today. I try. Hi, Dave. Wow. We're having a bit. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if that issue wasn't a StreamYard scramble. Hi, Dave. But I believe they are very different in Texas from the Minnesota version I grew up with. Minnesota has this, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's almost like a egg meatloaf thing. It's got egg and bacon, and I want to say sausage and pieces of bread, and they cook it in a casserole dish. And lots of cheese. It's very, very good, but I can't remember the name of the thing. I don't think it's hot dish. Hey, Dave. And hey, Nick. Hi. Nice shirt, Nick. Thank you. I was walking out of the Goodwill. With my ill-gotten gains, and I was going to leave, and I saw this hung up on a hanger out of the corner of my eye. I just saw the big broad back with the witch silhouette and everything. And I'm like, I require that. I was going to save it for Halloween, but when you're handed a Fourth of July, a Friday the 13th, it is a bonus Halloween. which reminds me, I have to message my beloved nephew, George. Hey, Dave, but I saw this. I did basically a 90-degree turn, went over, grabbed it, didn't look at the price, looked at the size, realized I could fit into it somewhat comfortably. I'm always looking for a nice cardigan that eventually my wife and I can fight over, but she's going to have a hard time getting this one for me. I like it. Morning, Trey and Donna and Foxy and Al Carl. And everyone say, morning, Dave. We are the cool kids. Oh, yes. We are the weirdos. I am innocent. Says, I'm sorry. I don't have one of my fans, so give me a moment. Give me a moment. This will have to do. Will it do? Yeah, this will fine. I say, I am innocent. I'm just a woman in an inconvenient and unjust situation. Don says, I'm innocent. I didn't change a thing on this here stream. I'm really innocent this time. I think you protested too much. This time, Gadget. I don't believe it's unlucky, but it sure does bring out the stupid in folks. And Nightmare on Drawing, a slasher horror stream. Ooh, you want some spooky art? Look at you guys being all greedy. It could happen. Nice shirt. Thank you, Foxy. Anyone else know anyone named Rosemary that had a baby on Friday the 13th? No, just me. Okay. Call in the Catholics. They've been dealing with 2,000 years. Let the dudes in collars handle all your spooky fears. They can go do that. Nope. Retired! The only thing that goes bump in the night, aside from, not the green room commentary, around here should be my neighbor's speakers. Deploys a few Halloween cards, as you should. Nice. I put out a few flat cups today. Flat caps, maybe? Flat cups? I don't know. Special? Sorry, more Muncie talk. No, it's. I may occasionally poke fun with Muncie, but I have no beef. And today is Thesis's 1-year streaming anniversary. So ask me anything. And not today, tomorrow. So be sure to catch that. Restream Corp will be, why are we inundated with new users all the same? No, Restream Corp. I told you, friends, that folks have been reaching out. I put that message at StreamYard, what are free alternatives, because I also use StreamYard for some of my video editing. I really do like this program, and I don't mind, paying for it and what I paid for it, and I don't mind shipping in with Joe, but I can't go down to free, because if I go down to free, I can only broadcast 20 hours a month. I usually do more than that a week. So we shall see, because Restream was one of those that popped up on my Twitter, let's go. Message us. Let's talk. So I am looking out to see what's going on. Oh, I forgot about the coffee cup Munzie. Uncle Carl looking out for you, Dave. Right now I'm sitting at 51, a bit chilly this morning. Oh, 51 is coffee commercial weather, where you have to get the coffee cup that's like this big. It's like a cereal bowl of God, I can't even remember what the name of that coffee is. But it comes in little rounded rectangle boxes about this big. And it's like 1,000% sugar and milk and flavor Instafied. Oh, God, I can't remember. Ooh, road trip to Fort Worth, Texas for Muncie. Woohoo. Back to the Furthermore talk. Hey, you do what you got to do. Stay out of the water. I'm staying in my house, Lamau. You do your homework. And thank you I'm going to butcher your name, but I'm going to attempt to. Please understand it is a speech impediment and no statement other than that. Tinubu Kareem. Okay. Thank you for following Tinubu Kareem, I think. And if you have any questions or comments, we do talk about writing. We give advice. It's just because it's a semi-holiday, things are getting a little spooky. And remember, we're about 2 weeks out from Leafy Moss, so get your ebooks ready. And we'll be talking about that more. Rock concert slasher movie poster doodling. Ooh, rock on. That sounds amazing. And I don't know if that's a request or if that's something you're doing. I actually ran a D&D campaign that started with an attack at a rock concert. Groovy. Go with the flow. Didn't even realize I made the pun, Lamau. Those could be the best ones. And happy Friday. And we're just going to skip Missile Rip because best viewers on whatever. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess it's the family genes. But sorry, I was distracted. Munzie. Oh, no, we have no choice.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munzie, we want to Munzie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munzie, we've got to Munzie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munzie is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munzie, we want to Munzie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munzie, we got to Munzie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
That's what Carl loves, and that's what he promotes. So that's what we're getting done. Find the rest of Nevermind the Furthermore at youtube.com/@NickTockert. Thank you. Wait. Oh, sorry. And this is the link for today. I skipped Cindy to the wrong Cindy Koepp comment, but good to hear from you, Cindy. I hope you're doing well. Haven't heard from you in ages. Dawn, if you're going to be distracted, that's a good reason. My babies! Carl, does that mean you host a Munzie event? The Scanning is Munzie will come back? I'm very proud of them. You should be. And Cindy promoting my channel. Thank you, Cindy. Hey, Cindy, that all depends on Dawn, Alec. Ain't no rest for the cryptid. And Lisa stares down at Dawn with my neurodivergent eyes. There's a song within there. I have to find it, but it's there. Books need buying. All the cool stuff with the robots and stomp and swords and melee and other fun. Yes. In one of the future books, I will have melee combat involving big stompy robots solely because Cindy Koepp has demanded it with her lovely promotions. Ain't no rest for the cryptid. Money don't grow on trees. There's an Indie CD 411 Monday night. Rock on with that. And you can find more of my art at deviantart.com/NickT. I'm going to be doing massive art uploads in the fairly near future when my net is stable. Waves. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Find more fun at rollcruise.art. Be careful, everyone. It's Friday the 13th. Oh, is it? I didn't notice that spooky season was upon us, Chris. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on indiecd.org.
Quite what was intended, but we can make that work. Yes, hey, Chris, and here comes the squee. Join the Hat Club, youtube.com/Madness Comic Network. Hey, Chris. 9 likes, only one more to double digits. We can do it. Yes, please like this video. I am fighting all the shenanigans, and I'm fighting distraction from the messengers, so I don't need that. Check out Weapons and Tea at youtube.com/@BladedThesis. Don says, good morning, Xander. Hi. He says hi. Go to patreon.com/the Circle Fencing Guild to help Nick teach others to be safely dangerous. Yes, please. Frittata? Well, and see, I'm impressed. We call everything. It is hot dish, but it is a variant of hot dish, and it would be considered a frittata, but it's not called frittata. And it's a term. It'll be floating. We'll see. And 10 likes. 10 likes. Find a bunch of cool books with action, suspense, and steamed bad guys. Amazon.com/store/Brian K. Morris, author, and then those numbers. LOL. How do you not have an actual fan in arm's reach, Nick? We may have ready for that. I don't have an actual fan in arm's reach because I am moving things around in my study. And fans are usually more Mandy's bailiwick. Hired road crews to do the cover for Heart of Sacrifice. Need to find a complete dork's guide to formatting a book. And then it'll be ready to rock and roll. Basically, I'm working on that too. Bonus points if you read that in the Count's voice. Bonus points achieved. How many bonus points? One bonus point. Two bonus points. Three beautiful bonus points. I totally did. Started the re-edit of Lines of Succession, one of the 3 published books that got unpublished when the publisher went belly up. It's a great chance to resurrect all those things and put them in a new way. Grant, you always apologize for coming in late. You're okay. You have a busy life, and it is appreciated. Hey, Grant. And now I must away. Back to the day job. Go get Dragons a book at CKOEPP.com. Hey, Grant and Cindy. Don Dulas says, I just dropped my big bag of almonds. And I know exactly how the rest of you fine delinquents paraphrased that. And I'm not going to say it. You know what you did. You know what you did. So Don's nuts. Yep, see. Quick, everyone, say hi to Cindy before our break is over. Oh, Don, yep. Wow, okay. StreamYard is really being problematic right now. There we go. Nuts everywhere. And it says, hey, let's see. Let's just, okay, we have a comment dump. Now, where are we? Wow, okay. Let's see. There we are. Hey, Grant, there are almonds all over Don's floor if you needed some nuts. There are plenty of nuts in my chat. Ba-doom-cha. And yes, a bunch spilled. They are too dang expensive for that to happen again. Kiss at the amusement park. If your cats are like ours, half those nuts are cat toys now. They're only trying to get back what was lost. He's going to say chair. Chair! Chair. Chair. Roomba. Chair. Hi, Blade, Don, Carl, and Don. See, I told you he was going to say it. Right, Chris? Chris, your ESP is on point today. Oh, and squeak. Carl will raise the Munzie undead users from the grave. You know, it's so hard raising a family in this day and age. They're so rarely buried close together. Good morning. Good morning. Sarah has risen from her lovely casket buried in the crypt beneath the lone clock tower somewhere in the woods of Illinois. Just stopping to say hi and give the show a like. Well, dear, it is always appreciated. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Future books. There are few books in the future. That's a good thing. Yes, there are books in the future. There are always books in the future. Right now, I'm working on Hates and Hellfire 2. I am working on apparently the Nerf Manifesto thing because it's just not letting me not do so. I have 2 or 3 different BSR related books in the future, not counting the new version I need to do. I have several fantasy books that need to be cleaned up. I have the book that should never be published that needs to be completely re-edited. The names changed to protect the innocent. And, segmented and tweaked a bit. And then I need to do a couple other things. I've got fantasy in the in my D&D setting that needs wrapped up. I have a lot of books, and I am looking forward to see which project I will be deemed poofy enough to work on. Neurodivergent eyes are watching your every move. Okay, cool. And she got an email from one of my favorite comic book artists because she made a jar of pickles and gave it to him. Rock on. Morning, Sarah. And yes, Dawn. And hello, Dave. I still have 3 or 4 people in my Munzie friend list who are no longer on this mortal plane. Yes, but that doesn't mean they can't still get caps. Hey, Sarah. Hey, heading offline, but I wanted to give love first. Have a pleasant weekend. You too, darling. We love you, even though you're probably gone by now. Later, Sarah. Grant, you mentioned pickles after Oracle last year. Love you, Sarah. Pickles! A quiche. No, it's not quiche, too. I know what a quiche is, and it qualifies. Well, I think a quiche needs a crust. Oh, I'll figure out the term, or I'll have to go look up, Josh Weissman uses the term, too. Plus 3 XP. Go up level. Thanks, Dave. That's the other word I was trying to think of. Knows it so well. Innocently lust. Rolls the dice. Snake eyes. Oh, my. So yesterday, I lucked into some new shoes. Lady at the book club bought them, and they didn't fit her. They fit love like a glove on me. So, yeah, hey, congratulations on finding shoes in your size, Roxy. That is a glorious thing. Now, let's see. Speaking of glorious things. And we are blazing ahead. It's not omelet. Egg bake. Egg bake. That's what it is. I knew it had a name. Thank you. Nice, Foxy. What's that, like clam bake? No, egg bake. That's the words. I knew it was simple. Working on school, but Nick mentioned RPG. Garb and Nitsu forever, of course. And Foxy says they are some of those barefoot type shoes. The style is low boots. I am set for winter now. Shall have toasty tootsies. Well, I am glad your tootsies are suitably toasty. And I know it's a simple name, but sometimes those are the ones that are hardest to hold on to mentally. I was craving that or a pasty. I'd love a really good pasty. Now, most people wouldn't think a traditional pasty is a breakfast food, but most people are wrong. A pasty is kind of... Oh, Mandy gets mad. It's a... It's kind of like a dumpling, actually. No, it's like a loaf of bread that has beef stew inside, but it's not the juice. But it tastes like beef stew. It's very good, very hearty. We got them last time we were up in the Upper Peninsula. We got like this big. They're like a pound each. We thought we were getting desserts because we wanted to know. You see signs from all over the place. They were these massive things. Oh my gosh. And no coffee on this chilly morning, but I have tea. Don't really like coffee anyway, except for one very specific blend. I could go for some coffee right now. The fact that everyone was throwing out names, then boom, the Minnesota comes back out. That's where it's gone. People at my church make a really good egg bake. I might actually get that this weekend. See, a good egg bake is something to be appreciated. A good breakfast is something to be appreciated. But this is going to be one of those work-end weekends where I don't know what all I'm going to accomplish. And it's either Doway or Dewey. Egbert's coffee is chef's kiss. Well, it's good to know. We have hot chocolate. Thesis, if you want to make hot water for it. Hot chocolate sounds good, too. I'll be honest, I'm a little peckish. I only had it at a Peoria hotel. They don't seem to sell it around here. Some of the best coffee I've ever had is the custom blend made for Al Johnson's restaurant in Sister Bay, Wisconsin. It is what is it Brown County? No, it's not Brown County. What is the name of that county? Door County. I had to think about it. Door County, Wisconsin. A lovely place if you get to visit. Pricey. A friend of mine's relatives had a cabin up there. And we got to stay on something called Europe Lake. Very, very nice. Got pinched by a crawdad. It was good. If I didn't have my ribs rebroken by malevolent children, it wouldn't have been bad. But these things happen. Door County. That doesn't see it. See, we all know. And y'all reminding me I need to eat. Thank you. That's what we do around here. We write and we eat. The only coffee I've never liked is caramel Keurig cup that I drank while taking care of my mom after her surgeries. I will never have a Keurig because I've seen too many horror stories of the fact that they retain gunk in places that are very hard to clean. Oh, great news. You're welcome, Alec. Yes. Alec, you need to fuel your tank for schoolwork. My brother finally bought a computer. Now he will stop pestering me about which one to buy and start pestering me with computer questions. At least they're new questions. And if you have some questions, perhaps you should catch... And we've got first, whoops. I don't think I go a day without either my parents or my sibling asking me to fix something on their tech. And first thing I will do, install remote computer control so I can repair that PC from here. I eventually need to get a newer machine. When I am ready, I may pepper you with questions too. Right, Thesis? I still use my Black & Decker coffee maker, old school coffee, good to the last drop. I am a fan. My current favorite go-to coffee is the Folgers Breakfast Blend. It's very close to what my parents make, which is a custom blend of Colombian and then the cheapest stuff they can get. But it's got a very, it's not very bitter. It's very caffeinated, but not terribly acidic. But it's very full flavored. It's very good. And yes, Black & Decker coffee makers are wonderful things. I have a Mr. Coffee I've had for quite some time, and I've had very good luck with Bun coffee makers. I think I currently have a Bun coffee maker. My parents have an industrial grade, literally an industrial grade Bun coffee maker, because coffee is something my family takes deadly serious. And Hooli says hi to everyone. Never had an official job at IT, but I fix more tech for family, relatives, and I think I've earned the title. Nothing wrong with being a talented amateur at anything. Remember, amateur comes from the word for love. I am an amateur at a great many things, and I quite enjoy the things I'm an amateur at. I'm also a professional at more things than anybody wants to comment. Just found a really nice card. Don't know how it got there, but it's going to go in a deck. And what else is really nice?
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Hey, all. We got 6 minutes left, and we have 4 comments, so we're popping along. Cat's supposed to be asleep. Nobody here pestering me for lunch. Enjoy it. He even manages to fix my scripts on occasion. The patron saint of technology is, lurking, watching, all-knowing, all-seeing. He has emerged from the code right there. Anyway, because I know he won't want to be back on much, but we're glad to see it. First time I met Foxy's family, her dad sat me down at his laptop and had me install a Discman as a CD drive. That was fun. They may be few, but they are mighty when they happen. I don't want to say I am proud of the notoriety of things that happen when my systems go boink, but I do seem to generate, without going to dubious sites or downloading anything stupid, computer systems do tend to react to me. Files corrupt at a high speed, things that shouldn't be able to do so do. I still think my corruption of Explorer.exe to be legendary. I've had computers update by themselves. I've had computers downgrade by themselves without connections to the internet. No, that should not be possible. Joe, or not Joe. Is it time for Joe to pray? I also defragged the partition disk hard drive, increase the speed by at least 3x. That should be an automatically scheduled activity for Windows users. You should definitely have it regularly set to defrag and deal with partitions. Now, this is why I will never voluntarily acquire a Dell again, because my old Dell, the Ductapatron, which I loved till I got clipped and the case broke, had an interesting trick in that every time I updated Windows, it would make a new partition for the operating system, which is great, but it would make them uneditable. You could not delete them even when updating. So I had it long enough that, and being in college, I upgraded every time that I went, that yes, it was a thing. And Dawn is just over 1,000 points from level 1. Dave is probably level 3 already. Ha-ha! Well, at least you guys are leveling up. Get your grind on. One time a toddler turned my laptop screen upside down. That one I fixed by using the same method. Hit random. That is a wonderful prank that is notoriously done at the library. I'm not going to tell you the 2 or 3 button combination to hit to do that, because I don't trust some of you with that knowledge. I remember when Tumblr came together to crash Google and succeeded. It was glorious. I am not confirming, denying, or discussing that. Anyone involved with that is people I wasn't, and their names are probably currently unknown, anonymous, if you will. The nice work thesis, I talked Dennis into getting an SSD. No defragging. That laptop was so ancient it didn't have a CD drive. There was no way of defragging or partitioning as a scheduled event. Might as well have been a Dell. Dad loved his old tech. Now you say that, but sitting on the ground right now while I try to find the bag of screws to reassemble my accidentally flat-packed table is my Windows 98 box. It is properly air-gapped and part of a shoestring network. Those of you who know. But it has worked for like 20 some odd years, and when I need something, when I need to create or edit something, when there's no other hope, I turn it on and I listen to the small helicopter inside dust off, and that goofy old computer plugs along. And I do like old tech. That's why if you look at my hotbars at the bottom of my computer, you will find the last released issue of Microsoft Works edition, that is. Because the Microsoft Works suite is just like the Office suite, except, like its name, it actually works. Sorry. I'm sorry. That came from a dark place in my heart, and that's okay. My little laptop ran XP and died when it couldn't do 7. I ran Linux on it till it died completely. Gotta love Linux. I don't understand Linux. Linux is blood and sorcery. But it also works. One of these days, I'm going to set up a dedicated Linux box, probably run some version of either Ubuntu or Edubuntu. I used to run Edubuntu because that basically looked like Windows. It just flipped which side had, it flipped the minimize, close, and expand buttons at the top. But it works. Cat owners, be sure to vacuum out your computer at least once every year. Thank you. Goes for dog owners too. All my computers need to be vacuumed out fairly regularly. It's part of the system. But I'm going to run some ads, and I'm going to probably wrap up. see. Let's run some we haven't heard in a while.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastine, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Let's see. And she is shedding. The shedding is happening right now. She blows her undercoat twice a year. And everyone have a great day. See some of you in the unmentionable room of color tonight. And right, I need to charge the tablet off. Good on all of you. Now, guys, it is Friday the 13th, so be smart, be safe. If you are out and about, buy yourself a lottery ticket. Maybe you'll hit it lucky. If you do, remember your furry little friend buried somewhere where the corn sharks grow. And, hook a hobbit up. Now, other than that, as soon as I get Joe to put up a PayPal /GoFundMe /give me money to keep streaming, we will happily go full PBS on Joe and start doing fundraiser drives to offset the shenanigans that StreamYard is pulling if need be, because that's how we roll. Other than that, guys, keep writing, keep creating, keep drawing, because when you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. See you tonight on the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream over on the Historical Fencing Guild YouTube channel.